Hello and welcome. You're watching Money, Money, Money. I'm Sumaira Abdi. Now, we've been discussing how you can earn, save and spend better. But there is a stage that should be preceding any of these, and that is safeguarding your ability to earn. Now, we've often heard of life and health insurance. Most of us even have these policies. In fact, many of us have several of these policies. But few of us know about the concept of disability insurance. These schemes cover the policyholder against death or disability due to an accident. Why do you need it? Well, Harshvardhan Rungta of Rungta Securities joins in for the motion. We actually don't have anyone who's going to be opposing it, but also joining us today, armed with questions, are Perizad and Hanoz Mogrelia, and we also have with us Mihir Parekh. In fact, Mihir, I want to begin this show by asking you, because I believe you were in an accident in 2010. I'm glad to see that things are much better now. But what happened and how did it impact you financially?
It was a car accident. It happened in the month of May. It did take my life behind, and I was bedridden for about 5 months, and that took a toll on my work and my financial stability. My hand is yet not functioning as it's supposed to. It is something that bothers me.
And you did not have disability cover?
I did not have disability cover.
Okay, so Harshvardhan, do you think Mihir's problems, at least financially, could have been mitigated if he had disability cover? What exactly is disability cover, and how would his life have been different if he had it?
Well, Sumaira, if we go into the details, if we go into statistics, every 1 minute there is one fatal accident in the country right now. Even now, while we speak, we will have by the end of the show about 30 fatal accidents. Now, statistics also say 1 in 4 accidents lead to death. So, on an average, 25% leads to death. What about the 75%? So, Mihir is one of such people who've been into a fatal accident and has survived. So, in case of a disability insurance, there are particular provisions given in, like if in case an accident leads to death, then there is an X amount of money which is paid out. If an accident leads to a permanent disability, to a total permanent disability, then another set of amount is paid out. So similarly, Mihir has just mentioned that he was bedridden for about 5 months. So there is a provision within this plan which pays out about 5,000 rupees a week for the number of weeks that you're disabled, that you're completely bedridden, and up to a maximum of 100 weeks. So in this case, he would have been paid out 5,000 rupees per week for the 5 months or 6 months that he was disabled.
All right, so the understanding is that perhaps every person who has the ability to earn or who is earning should actually be buying a cover similar to this. But what about you, Perizad and Hanoz? You're high net worth individuals. Have you ever been advised to buy disability cover?
We are insured. We have provided for the future, but what happened to me here, if it was to happen to me, I mean, I would have no clue what to do next. I mean,
you'd have really not known what to do. In fact, the thing that comes to my mind is how come we were not told about this earlier? Had we known, I'm sure because we have kids, they're going to school, then what about their later higher education? I can't even imagine.
And he's the only earning member, right? So
That's right.
Therefore becomes a bigger problem for you guys.
That's right.
But Harshvardhan, how does a plan like this protect individuals and families such as Perizad and Hanoz?
We say if you wish to protect yourself in an absolutely necessary manner, and that is your term insurance policy. What does a term insurance policy do? In case of demise of an earning member, a lump sum is paid out to the surviving members so that can be used to generate regular income. What happens in a situation where a person meets with an accident but does not die and is permanently disabled, is incapacitated to do anything else? He's just like a vegetable at the house. So what happens? The life insurance policy is not paid out anything because there is no death. However, all your expenses continue. In this case, the children's education continues. In this case, your EMIs continue, your day-to-day expenses continue. So it's a situation living dead. It's not death, but it's the situation living dead. Therefore, these kind of plans fit into those areas. They fill in those vacuums wherein if a person has been disabled due to accident, then a corpus similar to the kind it is for your term insurance is paid out to you in your own hand. So life insurance you take for the benefits of your surviving members. In case of personal accident, disability insurance, you take it for your own self.
My question is, I had almost lost my hand. What if I lost it? What if I did not have a limb? What happens in that case?
Yeah. So in this case particularly, as I mentioned, there are different, the variability in which a payment has been made out is directly proportionate to the loss that a person incurs. So in this case, because he's got injury on his one hand and he almost lost his one hand, if it was to happen, and assuming that he'd taken a 1 crore cover, suppose you've taken a 1 crore cover, because this is a partial total disability. So there is only one limb which you would have lost permanently. So 50% of the sum insured. So which is in this case 1 crore sum insured, you would be paid 50 lakhs to you. So there's a degree. If you've lost 2 limbs, then 100%. If you've taken an insurance for 1 crore would be paid out.
So then does a person who buys this disability insurance, is this an add-on to a Mediclaim policy? Does he then not need a Mediclaim policy, or does he still require one?
Absolutely not. He has to buy a Mediclaim policy. There is no substitute to a Mediclaim policy. In Mihir's case, when he met with an accident, he was hospitalized. So hospitalization expenses are not going to be covered by your personal accident policy. The accident insurance covers only the loss of income due to accident. So because he was disabled, there is a loss of income, which is compensated in the form of accident policy.
So how do we know how much cover we should be having?
What is ideal?
What is ideal?
Well, see, the logics and the calculation would probably replicate how would you decide a term insurance cover. Typically, if you say that you have a monthly expense of about say 50,000 rupees a month, that's what your minimum expenses are going to be. You need to have a deposit in a bank to the extent of 1 crore. So if you have a 1 crore deposit at post-tax returns of 6%, it's about 50,000 rupees a month. 6 lakhs a year, it's 50,000 rupees a month. So it's a similar situation. If you need 50,000 rupees every month, you need to have a 1 crore cover. So that in case of disability, the insurance company, total disability that I'm talking about, the insurance policy pays out 1 crore to you while you're alive. That money can be parked into a fixed deposit, and the returns that you generate post-tax 6% is equivalent to 6 lakhs a year, which is 50,000 rupees a month. In case you need 1 lakh every month minimum, then you need to have a cover of 2 crores in that sense.
All right, so you have to go backwards. But on that note, we absolutely have to take a quick break, but our guests are going to stay on with us. Up next, we'll actually tell you how and where you can go about buying your disability insurance policy and the fine print that you need to watch out for. Stay with us, we'll be back in a bit.